This video shows how to prepare a layout for a world map in ArcMap. In order to present the geographic data, it is important to make a good layout. Navigate to Layout View by clicking the Layout View button in the bottom left corner. The Layout View shows a border indicating the extent of one page. Our map should fit within this frame. Choose to display the map in landscape format by clicking File, Page and Print Setup and set orientation to landscape. This will be suitable in most world maps. We see that the orientation of the page is changed. In order to make the data frame with light blue dotted outline overlap with the page, right-click the frame from the drop-down menu, select Distribute and Fit to Margins. This places the data frame in line with the page border. In order to make room for a heading, legend and text, we make some room at the top and bottom of the page by reducing the size of the map frame. Give the areas outside the data frame a color and frame by clicking Selection and Neat Line in the dialog box. Select the plate inside margins. Set Gap to 0 and choose an appropriate border and background. A light gray color is usually suitable. We see that the map gets a gray background and black border. We want a background in light blue to symbolize the ocean. Right-click on the data frame, select Properties, the Frame tab and select a light blue color as background. We must adjust the scale of the map to fit the size of the data frame. Set an appropriate scale in the scale window. For world maps, 150 million is often suitable. We see that the scale changes. It is also necessary to adjust the position of the map within the frame. To give the map a title, click Insert and choose Text from the drop-down menu. The text box is placed in the middle of the data frame. We drag it to where we want our title to be. Give the map an appropriate title by double-clicking on the text box. Click Change Symbol to change the size, style and font of the text box. Create a legend for the map by clicking on Insert and selecting Legend. Choose only relevant layers for legend items and write the legend title. There are many other options available, but none that we need to use here. We see that the legend appears in the data frame. We need to drag it out and place it in the gray box beneath the map. In order to make the map elements align, we can use a cursor by clicking on the cursor in the margins of the window. In order to edit the legend and remove unnecessary elements, right-click on Legend and select Convert to Graphics. This cuts the link between the data and the legend and allows to ungroup the elements in the legend. Once the elements have been ungrouped, we can delete those we don't need and edit the others. When finished, we can right-click on the elements and group them again. Note that when cutting the link between the feature layers and the legend will no longer be automatically updated to changes in the display of the variable. Add a graticule to your map by right-click on the data frame and selecting Properties from the drop-down menu. Choose to create a graticule and set parallels to be placed every 30 degrees. There are a number of other choices available to modify the graticule, but they are not necessary here. Add text boxes with necessary information by clicking Insert and select Text from the drop-down menu. Drag the text box to where you want it and make an appropriate subtitle for the map. To make a new text box with more detailed information, mark the existing text box and press Ctrl+C and Ctrl+V. We can set up another ruler to make sure that the text boxes align. Right-click on the second text box to add more detailed information about what the map shows. Here I explain what the variable shows and add the source of the data material. The source of the data material should always be included. The text box should also include information on the datum and coordinate system used in the map. To find these, right-click on the map layer, choose Properties from the drop-down menu. We find information about the datum and coordinate systems under the Source tab. We see that the projection is Eckert 6 and that the datum is WGS 1984. In the last part of making the layout, we must make sure that all elements are well placed. In this case, we have to change the placement of the text box and the alignment of the text.